When the night sky burst into a chaotic dance of fire and shimmering fragments, nobody on Earth could have imagined that this dazzling meteor was anything but a herald of impending destiny. At first, the brilliant streak across the heavens seemed a mere quirk of nature, a meteorite blazing through the dark canvas of space. But as the object grew in size and began its slow, calamitous descent, every eye on the planet was drawn to a phenomenon that would forever redefine humanity's understanding of its place in the cosmos. In the remote plains of the American Southwest, where the silence of the desert had long been unbroken by the buzz of modern life, a local rancher named Miguel Torres was the first to witness the impossible. Amid the low hum of a warm summer evening, his gaze was arrested by an explosion of light that painted the sky in hues of violet, orange, and scarlet. With heart pounding and instincts honed by years of weathering the unexpected, Miguel watched as the luminous body hurtled toward Earth. Within moments, a resounding impact shattered the calm, sending shockwaves that rippled through the ground and stirred ancient dust into the twilight air. By the time emergency crews arrived, the crash site had already become a surreal landscape of twisted metal and smoking embers, a wreckage that bore no resemblance to any conventional aircraft. In the center of the devastation lay a hull scarred by fire and cosmic collision, its surface etched with alien symbols and bizarre geometries. And it wasn't long before the first figures emerged from behind the ruined vessel. The beings were unmistakably alien, with limbs too long and eyes too wide, skin that shimmered with iridescence, and an air of desperation that was both humbling and unnerving. They moved cautiously among the debris, communicating in a series of high-pitched, melodic tones that seemed to blend with the desert winds. With every step they took, their expressions, if such a word could be applied to their luminescent faces, betrayed a singular, poignant plea. They were lost, vulnerable, and in desperate need of help. Within minutes, news of the arrival had spread like wildfire, and a specially assembled team of human experts, military personnel and scientists converged on the site. Among them was Dr. Elena Morgan, a renowned astrophysicist whose career had been built on deciphering the secrets of distant galaxies. Elena had always believed that humanity's destiny was intertwined with the stars, but nothing in her decades of study could have prepared her for this, a direct encounter with beings from beyond the known universe. Elena's first encounter with the alien visitors was nothing short of surreal. Standing a safe distance away, she observed as one of the creatures, its skin rippling with iridescent hues under the harsh floodlights, raised a limb in what appeared to be a gesture of supplication. The being's voice, translated by a hastily assembled linguistic algorithm, resonated with a trembling urgency. "Our vessel, broken. We beg for its return." It was a plea that carried both pride and desperation, a mixture that hinted at a fallen empire far beyond Earth's humble understanding. For humanity, a species often defined by its relentless drive to explore, conquer, and survive, this unexpected visit posed a moral and existential question. Could the help they offered to these desperate strangers ultimately serve as a testament to human compassion, ingenuity, and strength? Even as military officials prepared for a defensive stance and scientists scrambled to analyze the alien technology, a growing chorus of voices within the international community argued for a response that was as bold and daring as it was empathetic. In the days that followed the crash, the site became a crucible of human resolve. The United Nations, never before faced with an interstellar emergency, convened an emergency session. Leaders from nations across the globe deliberated not only the potential threat these visitors posed but also the remarkable opportunity to usher in a new era of cosmic diplomacy. At the heart of these debates was the unyielding belief that humanity, scarred by wars and divisions yet united by a profound spirit of survival and innovation, could rise to the challenge and prove its worth among the stars. Back at the crash site, Elena and her team meticulously examined the wreckage. The ship's structure, while clearly advanced, was riddled with damage from what appeared to be a catastrophic malfunction. The alien inscriptions hinted at a sophisticated, perhaps even ancient, civilization whose technology had long surpassed that of Earth's current understanding. Yet, despite the intricate design and the enigmatic symbols etched into its battered hull, one thing was abundantly clear. The Starship was incapacitated, stranded on Earth like a wounded leviathan far from home. The aliens, for their part, maintained a fragile calm. They gathered around the ship in clusters, their voices rising in a mournful chorus that resonated with the echoes of a lost homeland. There was an unmistakable vulnerability in their demeanor, a stark contrast to the arrogance often depicted in interstellar lore. These beings were not conquerors or tyrants. They were travelers caught in the relentless grip of fate, now pleading for assistance from a species they had only ever observed from afar. Miguel, the rancher who had first witnessed the calamity, found himself inexplicably drawn to the spectacle. With cautious steps, he approached the edge of the gathering crowd, his weathered face reflecting both awe and concern. In his simple, unadorned way, Miguel embodied the spirit of a people who had survived the harshest conditions through resilience and resourcefulness. It was this very spirit, the heart of humanity, that the aliens sensed even in their halting, fractured speech. As twilight gave way to the inky darkness of night, the makeshift camp at the crash site buzzed with activity. Technicians set up portable laboratories to study the alien technology, while military units established a perimeter to safeguard the area from potential threats. But amidst the flurry of activity, one idea began to crystallize. Perhaps the broken Starship was not just a derelict vessel but a beacon, a call for help that could redefine the relationship between Earth and the cosmos. Elena, poring over a series of holographic images of the ship's internal structures, couldn't shake the feeling that this encounter was a turning point for humanity. Every piece of shattered circuitry, every cryptic symbol on the metal plates, whispered secrets of a civilization that had once soared among the stars. And yet, despite their technological marvels, the aliens now found themselves at humanity's mercy, a poignant reminder that even the mightiest can fall. In a private conversation with the commanding officer of the United Earth Defense Council, Elena laid out her vision. "This isn't just about repairing a ship," she said, her voice resolute. "It's about embracing a future where we stand as equals among the stars. Our ingenuity and compassion could be the very bridge that unites our worlds." Her words, charged with the fire of conviction, resonated deeply with those who had long dreamed of a cosmic community built on mutual respect and shared ambition. Even as discussions of diplomatic protocols and technological exchange filled conference rooms across the globe, a small group of human volunteers began to form an impromptu task force. Comprising engineers, pilots, and survival experts, all united by an unyielding belief in humanity's potential, they set out to devise a plan to restore the damaged Starship. Their mission was clear: to harness Earth's unmatched resourcefulness and courage in the hope of returning the stranded vessel to the skies, and with it forging an alliance that could reshape the future. Yet not everyone was convinced. Skeptics warned of hidden dangers lurking beneath the aliens' plaintive pleas. What if the Starship, even in its broken state, harbored technologies too volatile for human control? What if aiding these visitors would open a Pandora's box of unforeseen consequences? Despite these concerns, the prevailing sentiment among the brave and visionary was one of cautious optimism, a belief that humanity's best qualities could overcome any adversity. As dawn approached, the first light of a new day revealed a landscape transformed by the arrival of the unknown. The alien Starship, with its fractured yet majestic form, stood as both a monument to a fallen civilization and a symbol of hope for what might be achieved when disparate worlds came together. For the aliens, it was a plea for redemption and a desperate bid for a second chance. For humanity, it was an invitation to rise above past conflicts and to step boldly into a future defined by innovation, unity, and courage. In that fragile moment between night and day, with the air heavy with anticipation and the scent of burnt metal lingering like an omen, one truth emerged unequivocally: Earth was no longer an isolated speck in the vast darkness of space. Instead, it had become the stage upon which the fate of entire civilizations would be decided, a testament to humanity's enduring spirit and a challenge that beckoned them to become the champions of a cosmic narrative yet unwritten. As the camp stirred into life and the first rays of sunlight illuminated the wreckage, Elena gazed at the alien vessel with a mixture of wonder and determination. She knew that the road ahead would be fraught with peril, uncertainty, and moral quandaries that defied simple answers. But as she looked into the hopeful eyes of the aliens, eyes that, despite their otherworldly appearance, mirrored the same longing for redemption and unity that burned within every human heart, she felt a surge of resolve. Humanity had faced down darkness before, and now, standing on the precipice of an interstellar future, it was ready once more to prove that its boldness, compassion, and unyielding spirit could bridge even the most insurmountable divides. Thus began a new chapter in Earth's history, where every question, every doubt, and every fear would be met with the indomitable will of a species that refused to be defined by its limitations. In the silent promise of that first morning light, the world witnessed the birth of a legacy where the humble, unyielding nature of humanity might just inspire an entire galaxy to believe in the transformative power of hope. In the quiet hum of dawn, as the remnants of stardust still shimmered against the cooling desert sky, humanity set in motion a daring mission that would test its ingenuity and resolve like never before. The wreckage of the alien Starship. its charred metal and cryptic symbols still echoing the tragedy of its fall, had become the nexus of a global effort. Across continents and cultures, a coalition of scientists, engineers, military strategists, and everyday heroes rallied together under the banner of Operation Celestial Renewal. At the heart of this unprecedented endeavor was Dr. Elena Morgan, whose unyielding curiosity and fierce determination had already inspired countless individuals. Standing before the vast, enigmatic hull of the vessel, Elena reviewed the data streaming from the array of sensors and portable labs set up around the crash site. The vessel's alien circuitry pulsed with sporadic bursts of energy, almost as if it were awakening from a long slumber. Each flicker of light ignited hope among the gathered experts, a hope that the once mighty interstellar craft could be coaxed back to life. "Look at this," Elena said, beckoning her colleagues over to a holographic projection of the ship's schematics. "These symbols aren't random. They're part of a language, a blueprint for its own restoration. If we can decipher the pattern, we might just unlock the secrets to stabilizing its core systems." Her words, imbued with both scientific rigor and a hint of reverence, resonated deeply with everyone present. Among those who had quickly risen to prominence was Lieutenant Commander Rafi Patel, a seasoned engineer whose expertise bridged the gap between conventional Earth technology and the unknown complexities of alien design. Patel's steady hands and analytical mind had already begun to make sense of the vessel's exotic material composition. "Our instruments are picking up unusual energy signatures," he explained, tapping rapidly on a portable console. "They seem to indicate that the ship's power matrix was designed to operate in a zero-gravity environment. We're dealing with physics that, until now, were purely theoretical on Earth." As the day wore on, the crash site transformed into a hive of frenetic activity. Engineers and technicians from every corner of the globe worked side by side with military personnel and scientific experts. The prevailing sentiment was one of cautious optimism, an unspoken belief that human creativity, honed by centuries of overcoming adversity, could now bridge the cosmic divide. In a makeshift command center established at the edge of the debris field, military leaders debated strategies for both securing and repairing the vessel. General Marcus Reyes, a pragmatic and battle-hardened leader, expressed his reservations during one such briefing. "We're not just dealing with unknown technology," he warned, his tone measured but firm. "We have to remember that this is still an alien craft. There's a possibility that its systems could behave unpredictably under human manipulation. Our priority must be the safety of our people." Yet even as skepticism permeated some of the corridors of command, a countercurrent of belief surged forward. In hushed tones and impassioned speeches, members of the International Task Force recounted how humanity had faced impossible odds before. "We've turned barren wastelands into thriving metropolises," declared one engineer, her voice cracking with emotion. "We've defied nature and built empires on ingenuity and grit. Today we stand on the threshold of a new era, one where we prove not only our strength, but our willingness to embrace the unknown." Back at the vessel itself, Elena, Rafi, and a dedicated cadre of technicians began the painstaking process of interfacing with the alien systems. Using a combination of reverse-engineered Earth software and novel algorithms inspired by the ship's own data, they set up a temporary control module. Every spark that leapt from the damaged circuitry, every pulse that emanated from the ship's core, was a mystery waiting to be unraveled. The challenge was formidable. The technology before them operated on principles that defied conventional human understanding, yet the very act of trying to understand it was a tribute to the indomitable spirit of Earth's people. Hours turned into days as teams worked around the clock, their efforts punctuated by moments of trial and error. At one critical juncture, a minor malfunction sent a cascade of erratic readings across the network. In a flash, a protective barrier that the team had painstakingly established faltered, causing a brief surge of energy that rattled the entire installation. Amid the confusion, Lieutenant Commander Patel and his team sprang into action, isolating the fault and reconfiguring the interface. Their swift, decisive response not only averted a potential catastrophe but also reinforced the belief that human ingenuity could overcome even the most daunting setbacks. As the sun dipped below the horizon on the fourth day, a breakthrough finally emerged from the chaos. Deep within the labyrinth of the alien software lay a dormant subsystem, a failsafe designed to initiate self-repair protocols once it detected a compatible external input. Elena's eyes lit up as she realized the implications. "This is it," she whispered almost reverently as she keyed in the final sequence. "If we can sync our systems with this module, we might trigger the ship's internal stabilization." The team's excitement was palpable. In a synchronized effort that epitomized human collaboration, engineers, programmers, and scientists coordinated their actions with military precision. Every keystroke, every adjustment, was a step toward breathing new life into the fallen starship. The moment the sequence was executed, the alien vessel shuddered. A deep, resonant hum emanated from its core, growing steadily into a symphony of engineered revival. Lights flickered along its scarred surface, and an otherworldly glow began to trace the contours of its hull. For a heartbeat, time itself seemed to pause as the ship responded to humanity's touch. Outside, the alien visitors, who had so long maintained a silent vigil, stared with expressions that were almost human in their relief. Their luminous eyes reflected the rising tide of hope that now surged among the human ranks. Though communication remained rudimentary, there was an unspoken acknowledgement. The aliens recognized in these humans a capacity for compassion, innovation, and courage. It was a moment of quiet triumph, one that transcended the boundaries of language and species. Yet, amidst the celebration, the weight of responsibility bore down on every member of the task force. The success of Operation Celestial Renewal was not merely a technical achievement, it was a declaration of humanity's willingness to reach out to the cosmos, even when the outcome was uncertain. General Reyes, who had long been a skeptic, addressed the assembled team in a somber tone that belied his hardened exterior. Today we've taken the first step toward a future that many once deemed impossible. But let us not forget that every new beginning carries with it unforeseen challenges. We must remain vigilant, adaptive, and above all, united. In the following hours, as night enveloped the desert once again, discussions turned from technical debriefs to broader reflections on the implications of their success. Across global news networks and online forums alike, the narrative was one of hope and human excellence, a testament to a species that had risen time and again to confront the unknown. While the alien vessel still lay partially dormant, its systems now humming with a familiar rhythm, it symbolized something far greater than mere technology. It was the embodiment of Earth's relentless spirit, a spirit that refused to be shackled by fear or uncertainty, and instead chose to forge ahead into a future where the stars were not distant dreams, but attainable realities. Within the command center, Elena's mind raced with possibilities. If they could repair this ship, what other mysteries might the universe reveal? The Starship was more than a vessel. It was a bridge to new worlds, a catalyst for innovation that could reshape not only technology but also the very essence of what it meant to be human. With every challenge that lay ahead, the team grew more resolute, aware that the success of their mission might one day echo through the annals of cosmic history. As the first tentative communications with the alien visitors resumed, a mix of halting phrases and shared gestures, the atmosphere was charged with the promise of future collaborations. The aliens, though still fragile in their hope, began to offer insights into their vessel's origins. In exchange for human assistance, they spoke of vast star systems, lost civilizations, and technologies that could potentially elevate Earth's understanding of the cosmos. These discussions, held in quiet corners of the makeshift camp, were the seeds of an interstellar dialogue that could transform the global geopolitical landscape. Even as the night deepened and fatigue began to settle over the tireless workers, there was a palpable sense that something historic was unfolding. The wreckage of the alien starship, once a symbol of catastrophic failure, was now being reborn through the sweat, intellect, and perseverance of humanity. Every challenge overcome was a reminder that human resilience was not a relic of the past but a living, breathing force capable of altering the course of destiny. In that crucible of innovation and unity, the world witnessed the dawn of a new era, one in which the boundaries between species, nations, and ideologies blurred in the face of a common quest for survival and progress. With each passing moment as the ship's system stabilized and its lights glowed brighter against the dark canvas of night, a profound truth emerged. Earth was ready to join the cosmic community, not as a subordinate relic of an ancient past, but as a pioneering force destined to shape the future. The restoration of the Starship was far from complete. There were still mysteries to decode, technical challenges to surmount, and delicate diplomatic lines to navigate. But in that moment, as humanity's ingenuity rekindled the flickering embers of an alien technology, there was no doubt that the spirit of HFY humanity, fuck yeah, had been reborn. It was a rallying cry, an affirmation that when the universe threw its most daunting challenges our way, we would answer with courage, creativity, and an unwavering belief in our own potential. As the operation drew to a close for the night, Elena gazed out at the horizon where the first hints of dawn began to emerge. The road ahead was uncertain and fraught with risks, yet it was paved with promise. a promise that together humanity and its newfound cosmic allies could turn despair into hope, ruin into renaissance, and the fragments of a broken starship into a beacon that would light the way for generations to come. Before dawn could break the spell of night, a low, almost imperceptible rumble vibrated beneath the desert floor. It was a sound that might have been dismissed as the aftershocks of the crash, had the humans not learned to listen for every whisper of the unknown. In the command center, the soft hum of machines was suddenly overlaid with an eerie resonance that drew every eye to the monitors. Dr. Elena Morgan was the first to notice the subtle but distinct oscillations in the ship's power readings. The alien vessel, now pulsing with newly reawakened energy, seemed to be communicating in a language of its own, a rhythmic cadence that spoke of hidden functions yet to be unlocked. As the team gathered around a fresh holographic display, Lieutenant Commander Rafi Patel's voice broke the silence. "It appears the ship is entering a new phase of activation," he observed, fingers dancing across the console. "We've restored its basic functions, but now it's recalibrating its internal systems in a way that wasn't anticipated." His tone was a mix of awe and cautious excitement. For years, human technology had been limited by our understanding of physics. Now, here was a vessel that defied those very limits. It was as if the Starship was rewriting its own code in real time. Outside the secured perimeter, the desert had transformed into a living canvas of light and sound. The previously dormant ship now emitted a radiant glow that rippled over the sands, casting long shadows and igniting the sky with a spectrum of colors unseen in the natural world. Amidst this surreal spectacle, the alien visitors watched intently. Their luminous eyes, which moments ago had shimmered with the quiet desperation of survival, now burned with a mixture of hope and solemn responsibility. They began to gather in closer formation, their gestures more urgent as if they were preparing to share a secret long held in silence. In a secluded tent near the command center, Elena reviewed the fresh data alongside General Marcus Reyes and a small cadre of trusted scientists. "This isn't just an internal repair sequence," she explained, pointing to the complex interplay of light and energy on her screen. "I believe the ship is trying to interface with something external." The general frowned thoughtfully. Could it be reacting to Earth's electromagnetic field? Or perhaps something more intentional? His question hung in the air as the team pondered the implications. Meanwhile, a specially assembled diplomatic team had been making cautious inroads with the aliens. Using a blend of technology and gesture, they slowly built a rudimentary lexicon of shared symbols and sounds. Over the past few nights, tentative dialogues had begun to emerge. The aliens' communications, though initially cryptic, were gradually unveiling hints of a greater narrative, a tale of cosmic exile, of a once mighty civilization now scattered among the stars. One of the alien emissaries, whose designation in their language translated roughly as the Keeper, stepped forward. In halting but deliberate phrases, it conveyed a message of urgency. The ship was not merely a vessel in need of repair, but a key component of an interstellar network designed to safeguard entire solar systems from a looming threat. As this revelation sank in, the world outside the makeshift command center buzzed with renewed fervor. News outlets reported the phenomenon with a blend of wonder and skepticism, while social media exploded with theories, art, and calls for unity. For many, this was the moment humanity had always dreamed of, a chance to prove that our species was not only capable of embracing the unknown but also of leading the charge toward a shared future among the stars. Back at the crash site, the technical team was now faced with a delicate challenge: to decipher the ship's external interface protocols before its internal systems fully transitioned. Every sensor reading, every oscillation of energy, was a clue to understanding a technology that dwarfed human achievement. Lieutenant Commander Patel and his colleagues initiated a new series of diagnostic procedures. "We're witnessing a dynamic process," Patel explained as he monitored a cascade of data on his handheld unit. "It's like the ship is self-organizing its systems, aligning them with Earth's natural frequencies." His eyes sparkled with the thrill of discovery, tempered by the weight of responsibility that such knowledge carried. As the hours passed, the interplay between human and alien technology began to reveal its secrets. A previously dormant module, now humming with activity, projected a series of holographic images into the air, a celestial map of star systems interconnected by a lattice of energy. Elena's heart raced as she recognized constellations that matched her childhood stargazing dreams, but now interwoven with symbols and pathways that suggested an intricate network of cosmic alliances. The hologram was more than just a map, it was an invitation, a blueprint for a future where Earth might not stand alone. Yet, not all were ready to embrace this new era. In the corridors of power around the globe, dissenting voices warned of the dangers inherent in tampering with technology that was as enigmatic as it was powerful. Some argued that the alien craft could harbor weapons or secrets that might be exploited by rival nations. Others contended that humanity might be unwittingly stepping into a role for which it was unprepared. However, these voices were soon outnumbered by those who saw in this moment an unparalleled opportunity, a chance to rally humanity's best minds and boldest hearts to forge a destiny that transcended terrestrial squabbles. Amid the heightened emotions, a breakthrough came unexpectedly from the field. A young engineer named Sofia Reyes, working on a secondary console near the ship's external array, discovered an anomaly in the holographic projection. "Look at this pattern," she called out to her colleagues, her voice trembling with excitement. The pattern, a series of interlocking shapes and pulses of light, seemed to correspond with an energy signature that resonated with the human brain's pattern recognition centers. "I think it's trying to communicate directly with us," she suggested, her eyes wide with wonder. "Maybe it's meant to awaken something in our minds, a shared vision or instinct." Her discovery set off a flurry of activity. The team recalibrated their instruments to focus on the subtle frequencies emanating from the ship. The alien technology, now in full display, appeared to be interfacing with human neural patterns in a way that was both intimate and profound. Dr. Elena Morgan, who had spent her life deciphering cosmic mysteries, was awestruck. "This is the very essence of HFY," she murmured, referring to the spirit of human resilience and ingenuity. "Our capacity to adapt and learn, to connect with the universe on a level that transcends language, this is what it means to be human." Outside the technical hub, the atmosphere among the alien visitors had shifted as well. Their once fragmented communications now took on a coherent, almost lyrical quality. In a series of synchronized gestures and sounds, they began to convey an ancient narrative, a chronicle of a civilization that had once spanned galaxies, of alliances forged in the crucible of cosmic warfare, and of a cataclysm that had scattered their people across the void. The Keeper, standing taller than its counterparts, seemed to channel the weight of millennia in its measured tones. "Our starship is the nexus." It communicated through a device that translated its thoughts into human language. "It holds the knowledge of our people, the power to restore balance, and the key to defending against a force that seeks to undo the order of the cosmos." The revelation struck a chord deep within the human collective. Here was not only an opportunity to assist an alien race in reclaiming its lost glory, but also a clarion call to prepare for challenges that might one day threaten Earth itself. In the weeks that followed, as the Starship systems continued to stabilize, an international coalition was formed, not merely to repair technology but to study and integrate its advanced principles into Earth's scientific canon. Universities, research institutes, and private enterprises all lent their expertise, creating a global task force that bridged the realms of science, diplomacy, and defense. Back at the command center, General Reyes, ever the pragmatist, addressed his team with a measured tone. "We stand at a crossroads," he declared, his eyes scanning the room filled with engineers, scientists, and diplomats united in purpose. "Today we are not just restoring a vessel, we are rewriting our destiny. We must embrace the unknown, not with trepidation, but with the unyielding resolve that has defined humanity through every trial." As the restoration project advanced, small but significant miracles began to unfold. Engineers reported that fragments of the alien code, once incomprehensible, were now being harmonized with Earth's own digital frameworks. A surge of creativity swept through the technical teams, who found that human intuition was perfectly suited to complementing the ship's mysterious algorithms. The process was not without setbacks. There were moments of frustration, of unexpected system crashes, and of doubts that threatened to undo months of painstaking work. But with every setback came a renewed determination to push forward. One crisp morning, as the desert sky shimmered with the promise of another day, the alien starship emitted a sequence of lights that danced in perfect synchrony with the rising sun. It was as if the vessel, now partly awakened, was offering a silent vow of unity. Dr. Morgan, standing at the forefront of the operation, felt an overwhelming surge of hope. In that moment, she knew that humanity was not merely a passive bystander in the cosmic narrative. We were active participants, architects of our own destiny. "This," she whispered to herself, "is the dawn of a new era." The culmination of this section of events came when the holographic map, now fully deciphered, revealed an intricate network of energy pathways linking distant stars, each pulsing with the promise of undiscovered worlds and ancient alliances. As Elena studied the map, she realized that the technology embedded in the starship was more than a relic of a bygone era. it was a living archive, a repository of knowledge that could propel humanity into realms of science and exploration that had hitherto been the stuff of legend. Yet with revelation came responsibility. The global coalition convened a summit, inviting representatives from every nation to discuss the implications of this newfound cosmic convergence. In a grand hall filled with the murmurs of anticipation, the delegates debated how best to harness this technology while ensuring it would not become a tool of division. The summit was marked by impassioned speeches and rigorous debates, but through it all, a common thread emerged: the belief that in unity there was strength and that humanity's shared future depended on cooperation, not conflict. As dusk settled over the desert once more, the restored ship, now humming with a stable, resonant energy, stood as a monument to human resilience and the unyielding spirit of cosmic exploration. The aliens, once strangers and beggars of lost technology, had become partners in a grand experiment, a living testament to the idea that when disparate worlds unite, they can achieve feats that defy imagination. The stage was set for what promised to be an era of unprecedented discovery, where humanity would step boldly into the wider universe, guided by the light of a restored starship and the timeless drive to overcome every challenge. In the quiet moments before nightfall, as the camp settled into a rare calm, Elena gazed at the repaired vessel with both pride and a deep sense of responsibility. "This is just the beginning," she murmured, her voice echoing the hopes of millions who had witnessed these miraculous events. With each pulse of alien energy and every spark of human ingenuity, the cosmos seemed to whisper a promise that even in the vast darkness of space, humanity would shine as a beacon of hope, courage, and boundless potential. Thus, as the stars emerged one by one in the clear desert sky, the world prepared for the next chapter in its interstellar journey, a chapter defined by unity, discovery, and the relentless belief that when humanity rises to meet the challenge, the universe itself will be transformed. In the wake of the revelations and breakthroughs that had transformed a shattered alien relic into a beacon of cosmic hope, the dawn of a new era was at hand. Yet, as the world united in cautious optimism, a foreboding energy stirred beyond Earth's horizon, a cosmic shadow that threatened not only the fragile peace forged between species but the very fabric of existence itself. The alien emissaries, once solemn and reserved, now bore expressions of grave urgency. They had warned that the Starship was not merely a repository of ancient wisdom but a critical node in an interstellar defense network, one designed to counter an enemy that lurked in the outer void, a force intent on unbalancing the cosmic order. In the early light of a crisp morning, the international coalition convened in a secure facility nestled deep within a mountain pass. Military commanders, scientists, and diplomats from every corner of Earth gathered around a sprawling digital map that pulsed with the rhythmic glow of distant star systems. At the center of this unprecedented gathering stood Dr. Elena Morgan, whose once tentative hope had blossomed into a steadfast resolve. "Our work with the Starship has revealed a truth we can no longer ignore," she began, her voice carrying both authority and vulnerability. "We have been entrusted with knowledge that stretches far beyond our planet, a knowledge that demands we stand united against an impending threat." The alien emissary known as the Keeper, whose holographic image had been projected at the summit, continued its cautious communication. Its voice resonated with an ancient timbre. "In the dark corners of the galaxy, a force of entropy gathers strength. It seeks to unravel the delicate tapestry of order woven by countless civilizations. Your Starship, now reawakened, is the key to activating the celestial defenses. But its power can only be harnessed through the unyielding spirit and collective will of your people." In that moment, every attendee felt the weight of cosmic destiny pressing upon their shoulders. Earth was being called to action, a summons that transcended national boundaries and centuries of conflict. As the summit progressed, plans were rapidly drawn to convert the restored alien technology into a platform for Earth's defense and exploration. Engineers and astrophysicists collaborated to modify the Starship's interface, allowing human pilots to control its systems and channel its energy. Lieutenant Commander Rafi Patel led the technical team, his steady hands and brilliant mind orchestrating the delicate integration of alien algorithms with Earth's computing frameworks. "We're mapping our neural signals to the ship's cognitive core," he explained during a live demonstration. "It's as if the ship is learning to understand us, responding to the pulses of our determination. This symbiosis is our path forward." In parallel, training programs were initiated for a select group of pilots and engineers who would serve as humanity's ambassadors in the vast theater of space. Among them was Sofia Reyes, whose discovery of the holographic communication pattern had already proven pivotal. Now, she volunteered to be part of the first crew to undergo simulation sessions in a state-of-the-art facility designed to replicate the Starship's interface. Over weeks of grueling preparation, these pioneers honed not only their technical prowess but also their mental resilience, learning to navigate an environment where human intuition met alien logic. News of Earth's united front spread like wildfire, and soon communities worldwide were rallying behind the cause. In bustling cities and quiet hamlets alike, people volunteered in support roles, from constructing auxiliary control centers to offering their unique skills in cryptography, linguistics, and even art, which many believed could inspire innovative approaches to decoding alien symbology. The common refrain was simple yet profound: humanity, with all its flaws and boundless creativity, would rise to the challenge. The HFY spirit, humanity, fuck yeah, was not merely a battle cry but a declaration that even the most unfathomable cosmic threats could be met with ingenuity, courage, and a unity that defied the odds. Then came the day when the first distant tremors of the cosmic enemy were detected. Deep space observatories, working in tandem with the newly activated Starship sensors, captured anomalous fluctuations, a dark, undulating presence that crept along the fringes of known space. The ominous signals were unlike any natural phenomenon recorded before. They pulsed with a malevolent rhythm that set every scientist's heart pounding. "It's as if we are witnessing the very heartbeat of chaos," remarked a leading astrophysicist during a global broadcast. The news sent ripples of anxiety through the ranks of military and political leaders, but it also galvanized the collective resolve of the human race. Under the watchful guidance of General Marcus Reyes, an operation of unprecedented scale was set in motion. The plan was to deploy the Starship, now fully integrated with human control, in a preemptive maneuver to intercept the approaching threat. The vessel, once a broken relic on Earth's surface, had become a symbol of hope and a formidable instrument of defense. In a carefully choreographed ceremony broadcast live to billions around the globe, the Starship lifted off from its desert cradle, its engines humming in perfect harmony with Earth's own heartbeat. For that brief, electrifying moment, humanity stood united, a single, defiant force against the darkness. Aboard the Starship, the crew experienced a blend of exhilaration and solemn duty. Each pilot, engineer, and diplomat felt the gravity of their mission not just as a duty to their nation, but as a covenant with all life in the universe. Sofia Reyes, now at the helm, guided the vessel through the celestial corridors mapped out in the alien holograms. With every maneuver, the Starship's luminescence brightened, forging a radiant path through the void. The crew's synergy was palpable. They communicated through a seamless fusion of spoken words, hand signals, and the silent language of shared determination. In the vastness of space, as the Starship advanced towards the source of the disturbance, it encountered a field of cosmic debris and dark energy that tested its newly awakened systems. The enemy, though shrouded in mystery, revealed itself through bursts of chaotic energy that threatened to tear the vessel apart. But each time the ship shuddered under the onslaught, human ingenuity prevailed. The integrated systems, melding alien technology with Earth's adaptive frameworks, adjusted in real time, deflecting the energy blasts and recalibrating the Starship's trajectory. It was a symphony of survival, where every calculated risk and every split-second decision underscored the indomitable spirit of humanity. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the United Coalition monitored the unfolding events with bated breath. Nations that had once been at odds now found themselves sharing critical intelligence and technological breakthroughs. The summit's atmosphere had evolved from cautious planning to resolute action, with each passing hour reinforcing the belief that the survival of Earth depended on the bravery and resourcefulness of its people. In a joint statement that echoed across continents, world leaders affirmed, "We stand together not as fragmented nations, but as a singular force of hope, ready to confront the challenges that lie beyond the stars." As the Starship drew nearer to the epicenter of the dark energy field, its crew began to decipher a pattern in the enemy's attacks, a rhythmic pulse that suggested an underlying order within the chaos. Sofia Reyes, her eyes fixed on the shimmering control panels, noted, "The enemy isn't random, it's methodical. They're testing our defenses, probing for weaknesses." With this insight, the crew adjusted their strategy. Elena Morgan, now in constant communication with the Starship's core, transmitted a series of countermeasures that merged alien counter-algorithms with human tactical innovations. The resulting surge of energy was directed at the heart of the dark field, creating a brilliant counterforce that rippled outwards like a cosmic shockwave. In that climactic moment, as the counterforce met the dark energy, a transformation occurred. The field began to disintegrate, its chaotic pulses gradually giving way to a more orderly structure. It was as if the very act of unifying human ingenuity with alien wisdom had begun to heal a wound in the fabric of space. For a fleeting instant, the cosmos itself seemed to exhale, a collective sigh of relief that resonated with every living being on Earth and beyond. The battle was far from over, but the turning point had been reached. The enemy, realizing that its strategy had been outmatched by a united force of humanity and alien technology, began a tactical retreat. The Starship, its systems now pulsing with renewed vigor, followed the retreating dark energy into the far reaches of the galaxy. Every moment was a testament to the unyielding will of Earth's inhabitants, a declaration that no force, however ancient or powerful, could extinguish the flame of human hope. In the aftermath, as the Starship returned to Earth with data and relics from the encounter, the world erupted in celebration. Yet amid the jubilation, leaders and scientists alike recognized that this victory was not a final triumph but the opening chapter of an interstellar journey. The cosmic threat had receded, but its echoes served as a constant reminder that the universe was vast and its mysteries infinite. The restored Starship was now enshrined not merely as a tool of defense, but as a symbol of humanity's place in the cosmic order, a harbinger of future alliances, explorations, and shared destinies. In the weeks and months that followed, a new era unfolded on Earth. The technological insights gained from the Starship's repair and the ensuing cosmic encounter spurred a renaissance in science and industry. Renewable energy systems, advanced communication networks, and breakthrough medical technologies emerged from the cross-pollination of alien and human innovations. Educational institutions reimagined their curricula to include interstellar studies, preparing a new generation to navigate the wonders and challenges of space. What was once considered the realm of science fiction had become the blueprint for a transformed civilization. Diplomatically, the summit's success ushered in a period of unprecedented cooperation. Old rivalries softened under the common imperative of survival and progress. Nations that had once eyed each other with suspicion now forged strategic alliances, pooling resources to develop not only defense mechanisms but also exploratory missions aimed at forging peaceful contact with other cosmic civilizations. The Starship, housed in a sprawling complex built on the original crash site, became a pilgrimage site for those seeking to witness the confluence of two worlds, a testament to the power of unity in the face of the unknown. As dusk settled over a united Earth, Dr. Elena Morgan stood before a gathering of dignitaries, scientists, and citizens. Her eyes, alight with the same fervor that had guided her from the moment of the first alien encounter, swept over the crowd. "Today we celebrate not just a victory against darkness," she declared, "but the birth of a future where our differences are bridged by our shared dreams. We have proven that the spirit of humanity, our courage, our ingenuity, and our boundless capacity for compassion, can light even the darkest corners of the universe." In that final resonant moment, humanity's voice rang out across the cosmos. A promise, a challenge, and a declaration all at once. The legacy of the alien Starship, once a symbol of ruin, had been transformed into an enduring emblem of hope, unity, and the limitless potential that lies in the human heart. As the stars shone down on a world reborn, the final ascension of Earth had begun. A journey not merely through space but into the very future of what it meant to be human. Thus, as the curtain fell on that tumultuous chapter, a new horizon beckoned, a horizon filled with uncharted worlds, untold mysteries, and the promise of interstellar kinship. In the silent vastness of space, humanity had claimed its place, not by domination or conquest, but by forging bonds of understanding and trust that spanned galaxies. And as the renewed Starship prepared for its next voyage, its light a steadfast beacon in the cosmic night, the message was clear. When humanity rises as one, the universe itself takes notice. This was the final ascension, a moment where the human spirit, tempered by struggle and fueled by hope, soared beyond the confines of Earth to embrace the infinite. In that timeless convergence of past, present, and future, the legacy of HFY was etched into the stars. A legacy that would forever remind us that in the face of cosmic adversity, humanity would always answer with a resounding, triumphant cry, "Humanity, fuck yeah."